Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, April 23rd, 2023, and today is my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. My mom turned 76 years old today. She's doing great, and I am so blessed to still have her in my life. And also, today is the day after Earth Day, and if you guys watch my walk and talks and my drive and talks during the week, on Monday I'm going to be showing you guys the Earth Day activity that I did. So I hope that you will tune in to see what I did along with Chrissy, who also was with me. I think that you guys will really enjoy it. But first, today we're going to do our weekly reading. So let's go over to the other camera and we'll get that started. So today we're going to be using the Tarot of Oppositions. And I really like this deck. It's an interesting deck. Each card has both a medicine position and a upright position right on the card, and it's just an interesting take on tarot. So let me go ahead and get these shuffled, and as I do, I'm going to ask the angels to protect us. I'm going to ask the spirits of the land and my home to surround us. And I'm going to ask the ancestors to give us wisdom. What do we need to know for this week, Spirit? What message do you have for us? Okay. And we're going to be using the spread that I've been using on Sundays: past influence, present circumstance, unexpected issues, best course of action, and outcome. Okay, so for the past influence position, sorry, I had to take a little drink of coffee there because it's morning. Okay, so for past influence, we have the Magician. For the present circumstance, we have the Queen of Swords in the medicine position. For the unexpected issue, we have the Seven of Wands. For the best course of action, we have the Page of Wands. And for the outcome, we have Temperance. But we have Temperance in the medicine position. All right, so let's take a look at these cards. I know I got a little bit of a glare here. I'm sorry about that. I don't know how to solve that issue. But okay, so for our past influences, we have the Magician. And this is in the upright position. So when I see this card in the upright position, the feeling that I always get from it is kind of a manifestation, creativity, willpower, intellect, like all the skills. You know, the Magician has all the tools of the tarot on the table with him. You know, he's got a wand in his hand. He's got a cup. He's got a pentacle. He's got the sword. He's got everything on this table right before him, and that represents all of his skills, all of his talents, all of his knowledge. So seeing that this is in a past influence position, and we're just coming out of the new moon, the solar eclipse, and we're now in Mercury's in retrograde, there's all these things happening at once. So I feel like for this past week, we've been in a position where we were using all of our skills, all of our talents, all of our knowledge, all of our magic to be able to get through the week. Okay, so for the present circumstance, we have the Queen of Swords. Let's see if I can get it in here so it's visible. And this is the Queen of Swords in the medicine position. So when I see the Queen of Swords, you know, the feeling that I get from that is somebody who is sharp, who is cold, or sharp and cold communications. Somebody who is, this is a hard feeling to describe. Somebody who's mean, or mean-spirited. Maybe somebody who is envious of you and is trying to knock you off kilter because they don't like how things are going for you, or they wish that things were going for them the same way that they're going for you. That kind of person. And you know, those kinds of feelings often come out with Mercury in retrograde. I don't know why that is, but communications always seem to break down during Mercury in retrograde. You know, in fact, if you're somebody who is normally having a difficult time saying things diplomatically, you know, this might not be a good time for you to start negotiating anything, you know, because communications are usually just a little bit harder to work through during this time. So watch your words and watch out for your own bitterness or bitterness in others. You know, try to avoid that. This is just not a good time for that kind of conflict, if that makes sense. So the unexpected issue here, let me get this up, is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands. And this is, you know, this is the unexpected issue here. And when you see the Seven of Wands, that's normally somebody who is being defensive, who is protecting themselves from something from the outside coming in. And seeing that the card right before this, the present circumstance, is a kind of bitter person, this bitter mean person. I could see how easily it would be to like put yourself on guard and want to defend yourself against what's coming at you, and you may run into that this week, you know. So how you decide to handle that is really up to you, and it depends on the person, you know. But if you want to try to avoid having like any kind of communication confrontation, just sort of bear in mind where you are, what's happening, and try to be as diplomatic as possible, because right now it's just bad. It's just a bad time for communication. Okay, so for the best course of action, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands. And this is, I like to think of this card as sort of the messenger card. This is the card that where you get messages, or you get great news, or it could be a time where you're starting to do something creative with someone else. You just want to be sure that if you're steeping yourself into creativity in a project with somebody else, that you remember what time this is, right? So be gentle with your words, be gentle with your actions, because, you know, Mercury's in retrograde and communications break down. And the outcome is Temperance, and it's in the medicine position. Temperance in the medicine position. And when you see this card, you know, this is when you're off balance. This is when you might be this is when you're off balance. This is when you're having maybe some clashes in communication with people. You know, you're having arguments with people. I think that if you stay like the Page of Wands here, and you kind of just, I think if you stay like the Page of Wands and you kind of keep your passions, your successes, and your wins, kind of keep that down, you know, tamper that down. Don't be like overly exuberant about all of the wonderful things that are happening to you in your life and all the wonderful things that you have. I think as long as you keep that kind of like tamped down until Mercury is out of retrograde, it probably would be a good thing, because I think that this could be the catalyst for a lot of arguments and envy, jealousy, and that can turn somebody who's normally a really fantastic, easygoing, lovely, go with the flow kind of person into somebody who's jealous, mean, cold, and calculated, you know. So don't bring it on. Don't ask for that kind of confrontation with somebody. Keep it low. I mean, I know it's nice to like go out there and say, hey, look at what I did, look what I've got, look what's happening to me when wonderful things are happening. But just remember that there are still people out there who are not having a good time right now, who can be easily influenced when Mercury's in retrograde to go from being mildly annoyed to really a problem, okay, a real big problem. So my advice to you guys this week is to actually flip the script on Temperance here and be patient, be kind, be loving, be understanding, compassionate, and remember that there's a whole lot of people out there who do not have what you have, but would like to have what you have. Okay? All right, let's go back to the other camera. Let's finish this off for today. I want to thank you guys for joining with me today for this reading. I love you guys. Please remember to tune in tomorrow, where we're going to be talking about the wonderful, exciting, fun time that I had on Earth Day. Here I am telling you guys, well, don't brag, right? Don't talk about all the things that you have and that you got. But I really do want to share this with you guys, because it's important to me. It's important to me that we take care of the earth, and that each and every one of us does our part to try to keep this planet a beautiful place, right? To give reverence and honor to this natural, beautiful blue planet. The only one, by the way, in our solar system, and maybe the only one in the universe. We don't know. So we got to take care of it. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you all have a great day, and we'll talk to you all again real soon. Okay? All right, take care, everybody. All right, bye-bye.